30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing here is May. Oh, his first throw of the playoffs is intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Connects with Kittle underneath. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a first and goal.
Jacobs diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Now Cade York for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Buccaneers nothing.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
To throw, it's May. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll throw with May. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
On the set. Ready, go.
Purdy now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Come on, set, hook.
Looking to throw, May. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Viking 18. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
To the air, May. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now May on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes we even call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them, and the quarterback's job's pretty easy there.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
And this play doesn't work at all as he's going to be marked down behind the line after the dive. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. The big loss on first down leads to a tricky second down. 18 yards to go. Here's May. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Trap 60. Ready.
Back to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
At their own 8-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish it not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go. Go.
Purdy.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
On the return is Jones.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Play action. May.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Buccaneers, nothing.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Nice play call right there, and off the play-action fake, he bootlegged out to his right, and I really like the patience he showed handling the fake to make the defense buy it. Then I love how he zeroed in on his man coming all the way across the formation and stuck it on him for a nice gain.
Deonte Banks there on the stop.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Play action. Now Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 2nd and goal from the 1. Purdy on the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the 49ers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
From the shotgun, it's May.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Tyrell Dodson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a 1st down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the 1st down.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, The man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Purdy bootlegging it. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Back to throw, Purdy. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6. They go play action here. Purdy. He'll buy some time right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. York able to send this one through, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Got a man. That's Ayuk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 45-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Connects with Kittle underneath.
And he's got this down to the 35. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Now Purdy.
He finds his man, complete.
That's Jacobs. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Cade York on now for the field goal.
He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away.
York able to send this one through.
And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Come on, set.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Rolling to his right.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Let's go. Go.
Purdy looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. The York on now for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and a yard.
Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the gun, it's May.
He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They'll try and throw for it with May.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
18 Cardinal. Check go.
Connects with Kittle underneath.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the...
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the 49ers continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
19, Tiger.
Oh, he fakes a spike. And that'll be caught. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing here is May. And my goodness, another interception. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. Breaks a tackle. Taken down at the 30. 2nd down and 6 now. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a 2nd and 6. Jacobs going to try the middle. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Now 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 115 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a 1st down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
York now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Niners 55. Buccaneers nothing.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it.